Child, you gotta be a cold piece of work to do your own mother like this. Listen, let's get into the story of Miss Corrye Brewer. It is so unfortunate what happened to Miss Corrye Brewer. But listen, let's go ahead and get into it, child.
Homicide by the El Paso County Coroner's Office.
Corrye Brewer has been visiting family in the Falcon area when she was reported missing on January 25th. At that time, she had not been seen in nearly 24 hours. According to the coroner's report, Brewer had been intentionally left out in the cold without any way to get home, get to adequate shelter, or call for help.
The report stated that Brewer had allegedly been left outside an unoccupied house on Judge Orr Road in Calhan by her daughter with no cell phone and without her walker. Temperatures were as low as 16 degrees with snow and wind. She was found dead, lying on the ground at the property where she had been left.
So listen, this story about Miss Brewer is actually really sad. So, as we heard, for her family intentionally left her out in 16-degree weather. Now, keep in mind, 97 years old, she's lived a good life, and of course, she's having some memory issues. And she doesn't have anyone around her. And you know, I'm a little triggered by this only because I say this knowing that my grandmother had dementia. And hopefully I'm saying that right. I know y'all gonna check me in the comments if I'm not. But she would get out and literally like walk all the time. Like she would get out of the house and like walk in the middle of the street sometimes. And like it is really sad to watch someone go through this. So to add the extra trauma or the extra-ness on top of it by leaving her out in the cold conditions, to not have a walker, not have any type of assistance out there, no cell phone, no nothing to call for help. I think that this is absolutely insane. So let's get into this story, y'all. This happened in El Paso County, Colorado. All right. And so initially what happened, a 97-year-old woman was suffering from memory issues, remains missing. And at the time she was missing, following a snowstorm and days of frigid temperatures. Corrye Brewer was last seen on Rockingham Drive in Falcon Friday at noon. In the days since, a heavier than expected snowstorm over the weekend dropped several inches in parts of El Paso County. Now, keep in mind, y'all, around that time, the weather was crazy. You were getting things here. I mean, the weather has been crazy even now. I'm hearing that it's April and they're saying that it's cold in other areas. So you knew then, and you're already in Colorado, where they already get frigid and cold temperatures. That is absolutely insane. So it says that the temperatures dropped around 10 degrees. Now, the sheriff's office says that along with memory issues, Brewer is not from the area and does not have her phone on her, and there are concerns for her safety. Now, from my understanding, she was there visiting family. Okay? She was there visiting family. Now, Brewer has short gray hair, brown eyes, and of course, they describe her because at that time she was still missing. Well, of course, we do have an update. And according to the El Paso County Sheriff's Office, on Monday, search and rescue units were deployed over the weekend to the Falcon area after Corrye Brewer was reported missing on Saturday. Now, again, this happened back in January. Now, the sheriff's office said that when she was reported missing, that along with her memory issues, she didn't have a phone on her, nor did she have her walker. Now, officials said that on Sunday, a deceased woman matching Brewer's description was located near Judge Orr Road and Calhoun Highway in El Paso County, about 20 miles east where she was last seen. 20 miles is insane, y'all, because how did she get that far if that's where she was last seen? That bothers me. That absolutely bothers me. Listen, who needs enemies when you have family who does stuff like this? One thing I always say too, and clearly being 97 years old, I'm sure that if she was visiting, they were probably trying to help her in some type of way, especially if she's having memory issues. And then we do this to her. Like, I don't understand. I don't condone it at all. And I think it's absolutely messed up that you would do something like this to a family member. Again, they're saying family member to protect, but I've been seeing conversation over on Facebook, and they're saying that it was one of the daughters. Now, they're saying that she has multiple children and grandchildren, but they want to get the story out. Well, you want to get the story out and you want answers. I believe y'all are some sort of way protecting whoever you think it may be. But I did notice that they were saying that they wanted it brought to the forefront, but wasn't providing, like any additional information. Listen, I want to say rest in peace to Miss Corrye Brewer. I'm sorry. I think that this is absolutely disgusting to leave her out like that. I also think too, like, I like, again, if you don't want to take care of an elderly person or a child or some sort, like, please figure out resources so you don't have to do it anymore. Okay, it takes a special heart to do something like this, and I just feel like it's crazy. So I found another article. And here it goes. I'll put this article in the description box. So it says the death of Miss Corrye Brewer, a 97-year-old woman who died um, um, in January, has been ruled as a homicide. Okay, and it says that Brewer had been visiting family in the Falcon area, and she was reported missing on January the 25th. Okay, and it says that at which that time she had not been seen around 24 hours. Okay, it says that the coroner's opinion, according to the report, was that on January the 24th, Brewer had been intentionally left in the cold. Okay, and I'm gonna actually go with their opinion, without any way to return home, get adequate shelter, or call for help. Now, it is saying that the report stated that Brewer had allegedly been left outside an unoccupied house at Judge Orr Road in Callahan by her daughter with no cell phone and without a walker. Wind and snow were blowing that night with temperatures as low as 16 degrees. She was found laying dead. Okay, so then now I have a concern. Could the daughter had left the home and then the mom got out and was unfortunately out? Maybe the daughter was out for a long period of time, and I mean, if you're her caregiver and you're supposed to be there should be someone watching her at all times. So I'm not making any excuses. I'm just asking, could that have possibly been a possibility as to what happened? Now, again, they're saying based on the autopsy and based on everything that they think that it was intentional. But that is the second article. I'm going to post both articles again in the description box. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about this. I think either way, it is very sad. 97 years old. She had definitely lived an amazing life. But I hate that it was so unfortunate that she was left out to pass in the cold due to those cold temperatures. And again, I'm not making any excuses for the daughter. I was just thinking of another way that this could have possibly happened. But again, y'all drop down in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Thank you for tuning in, y'all. Please make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you comment, and also make sure you share the content. Okay, set those notifications so that you don't miss any other uploads, and I will be sure to catch you guys in the next video. Have a good one. Peace.